We should send this lady to China. Hello, friends. Trace amounts of science. Today we're getting back into choosing beggars. They're beggars. They're very choosy. You know what it is, hopefully, since you clicked upon it. If you don't, then I'm happy to be your guide through this wild and wacky, wonderful world. My name's ReddX. Keep your hands and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And let's get the show on the road, shall we? Hey, also, thanks for being here today. When the free Thanksgiving dinner for 8 is just not enough. This is Blank with Place. I'm happy to inform you that your basket's been delivered to the address you provided in our survey. Please find the attached photo of your delivery. Thank you and best wishes for a happy Thanksgiving. Customer service. What? Help! Help! OP says, hi, are you okay? She says, customer service. Hi, this is Blank from Place. I'm the one who delivered the basket to your house. Is everything alright? This is just my cell phone. We don't have any sort of automated line. Hi, the basket no good. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Can you let me know what issues you encountered, and I'll try to get you to the right person. Was the delivery address correct? / is the photo above your house? The basket no good. You might have to be more specific. What exactly makes it inferior to all the other baskets? You're gonna hurt the basket's feelings. OP says, do you have time for a quick call? I tried your number and got voicemail, but I think it might be easier to sort this out by phone. Stop calling! You just want to complain. You don't want to complain to anybody's face. It's much easier when you think I'm an automated robot, isn't it? OP says, hi again, you! It's likely my boss who's calling you. He oversees the donations. I passed along your concerns to him so he can connect you to the right person. He's calling from his office landline, which is unable to receive text messages, so just call him back at your convenience. Thanks, and happy Thanksgiving. No good with food not enough. You're still hungry, are you? Is that the problem? Well, I tell you this, there's no such thing as a free lunch, and there's especially no such thing as a free fucking Thanksgiving dinner. OP says, yeah, hi. It sounds like you're saying that the issue is that you didn't receive enough food. I spoke to other members of the team and am aware that you put in the delivery instructions that you required food for 31 people. However, we're capped at 8 people per household. Well, yeah, well, just take food from 4 other houses and give it to me. What a pig. This is to ensure that there were enough donations to reach every family. That is why the survey did not allow you to indicate more than 8. Sorry for the confusion. Is there anything else that I can help you with? Yeah, very professional. Very nice of you, OP. I'd be ready to rip her a new one. Like, how the fuck you got 31 people there and nobody can afford to bring, like, a sweet potato casserole, you know? It's like the worst Thanksgiving food in existence. Go knock on somebody's door. They'll probably give one away. She says, 3 more bags. 3. Apples, pies, no pumpkin. Apple. Oh, you want to be specific about the pies too, huh? I happen to like Apple's pie. I think it's way better than Ponky. OP says, food donation is unfortunately concluded for this Thanksgiving. What you can do if you're hosting a multi-family gathering next year is ask for your guests to apply for their own bags if their residence / legal address is in our place. And if they meet the need criteria, then we can deliver to them in addition. No more? You're literally speaking with a cave person. It's like, how hard is it to form a full sentence? You are getting so much more energy than you actually deserve right now. And I'm not even talking about all the food that they delivered, just this whole interaction. Ugh! I'm never volunteering again. I'm gonna punish everybody because you're horrible. OP just says 8 people is the maximum per household. If you're experiencing any other problems, feel free to contact my boss at the number from which he called and let him know. Yeah, boss is gonna shut you right down. Oh, you got free food, but you needed more free food? Yeah, it's not in the budget. She says, not good. Leaving bad review. I wish we could leave reviews on other human beings, you know? There's a Black Mirror episode that's kind of like that. There's also a Community episode that's kind of like that. I guess it's floating around in a lot of people's subconscious. And sure, it might lead to a dystopian hellscape, but at least you'd know this lady's a piece of shit before you show up to her house with the Thanksgiving turkey, right? That should sort it. Your social credit rating's too low. No free turkey for you. Seems to work for China. Does China give away turkeys? I don't really know. Probably not, come to think of it. We should send this lady to China, and she'll see what some hardship is really like. No more government assistance for you. You either work or you get dragged out back and shot. Maybe it's more merciful that way. Indeed, somewhat of a rarity on this subreddit. Up next, we've got some text stories, which should be interesting. This OP says, woman at gas station driving a huge Ford F-350 asked me to help her with fuel for her truck. Yeah, just so you can get down the street? I don't think so. You're not even hauling anything. Go buy a 4-cylinder right now. OP says, I was driving alone with my dog across several states. I just crossed into my home state and needed fuel, so I pulled into the first place that I came to for said fuel, and it was busy. As I was finishing up, a young woman pulls up next to me in a huge Ford F-350 and gets out and tells me that she left home and forgot her wallet and is almost out of fuel. And she asks me if I could help her out. Oh, well, sucks to suck, I guess. Call AAA. They give you a couple free gallons, right? And you can have that pro tip for free. OP says, earlier that day I made a cash purchase and I just put the change I got into my pocket. So in an effort to be nice to this stranger, I offered her the money that I had in my pocket, a little under $5. The woman looks at the money I offered her and says, that won't get me anywhere in my big truck. And I said, well, that's the cash that I have on me. Then she tells me that I could use my credit card and fill her truck up.
Bitch, please.
How about you go f*** yourself? I would never do that for anybody. My mom would ask me to fill her truck and I'd be like, drive a smaller vehicle. I just looked at her like she was some type of alien creature and got into my vehicle and locked the door. She then tapped on my window to tell me that she would take the cash after all. Tapping on my window woke my dog, who began aggressively barking at her, and she stepped back in surprise. I just drove off, shaking my head. You should have let the dog out. You should have let the dog go all Cujo and whatnot. How much money do you think it costs to fill a truck like that? $150 at least? Couple of bills? What the fuck? That is like next level panhandling. No thank you. I've had situations like this where I had to depend on the kindness of strangers, and it's always terrible. This is why we need to stay prepared, not forget our wallet and things at home. Seems like a really basic and stupid mistake to make, especially if you're driving long enough for your truck to actually run out of gas. Why would you not realize that you didn't have the wallet? Turn around halfway. Whatever. It's probably a grift of some sort. I don't understand how they scam you with the gas pump, but probably they do. Could be that she was in legitimate need, but then you wouldn't turn down the $5. So good. I might offer the $5. Probably not, though. You think I got this money just by sticking my hand out? No, it was from the sweat of my own brow. And also my Patreon and YouTube members' brows, I guess. Oh, I did stick my hand out a little bit. You guys, sign up on the Patreon or the YouTube memberships if you would. Thank you so much. I'm going to buy an F-350 and have other people fill it up. I forgot my wallet. I don't know what you want me to do. Climb into your truck and freeze to death. That's what's best for the gene pool. Fucking non-contributor. Do nothing! And then she'd be like, oh, that guy's a schizo. And I'd be like, yeah, a little bit. Now, don't ask me for stuff no more. Let's move into our next post, which is also a text post, interestingly enough. OP says, ugh, used baby clothes? Well, I'll tell you what, here's a nice burlap sack. You can cut some arm and head hole in it, and it's only been used once to store flour. Now we're looking uptown and spiffy, which matters a lot to babies if you don't know. OP says, I have an 8-month-old. So far, the total amount of money we spent on the kid is maybe $1,000, and yeah, that's mostly diapers. We were the last of our social circles to have a baby, so we've been recipients of all of the stuff. Clothes, furniture, clothes, toys, breast pumps. We had 2 to choose from. More clothes. Did I mention the clothes? You might have. We got baby clothes from 3 different lines of hand-me-downs. My son's clothes previously belonged to his cousins on both sides, and also a whole lot from friends. See, it takes a village, doesn't it? It's a big thing here in the Philippines, too. Everybody handed us clothes when we had a baby, and yeah, now we've passed them along. My son, my 2-year-old, is running around in a school jump rope event from like 2004. It's got the date on it. It's fascinating. Anyway, OP continues, as we all know, babies grow fast. They don't wear out their clothes. An outfit that's been through 6 cousins already will look either new or have some slight stains, but still be perfectly good. I say it's good until it's threadbare, until you can feel the wind blowing through it, similar to a burlap sack, which is the joke that I made earlier. Anyway, an acquaintance is pregnant and was lamenting the cost of baby clothes, so naturally, I offered to supply her, and then she sent me her preferred brands. No, I don't think you understand what I mean by supply you. It was mostly Ralph Lauren, I kid you not. I told her that we have 1 polo Ralph Lauren onesie, and full disclosure, the baby hated it. Sad times for him. Maybe he shouldn't have peed on the laundry pile, so it was almost all we had left. Advice to new parents of boys, no matter how far you think they can reach, they can go a bit further than that. Baby boys shoot like Steph Curry. Yeah, I learned that from getting shot in the face one time. Now I do like the defensive hand maneuver preemptively as you're taking the diaper off.
No, you imbecile! That's not talc, that's paprika! Ah! Take that!
Anyway, she proceeded to be outraged and offended that I planned to give her used baby clothes. She was trying to place an order for designer baby clothes. Okay, good. Well, how about you get fucking nothing? This is what I get for trying to do something nice, is it? As a result, we are returning to our own original plan for the baby clothes, which is to give them to a domestic women's shelter. She can't even have the 1 Ralph Lauren onesie that we do have. There you go, putting that foot down. Her argument was, but you could afford it. Yeah, so could you, probably. But the truth is you like the idea of the clothes more than you like actually spending the money on it. I really want to provide for my baby as long as, somebody else foots the bill. That's a horrible person. I'm glad you say coworker and not friend. Keep her at arm's length for sure. My argument to her was that a significant part of why I'm not broke is that I don't waste my money on stupid stuff like designer baby clothes. We bought none of these, but if I had been buying it, the Ralph Lauren onesie would never have been considered. The Peter Rabbit dungarees might have tempted me, however. Now that's good taste. My son is not too good for used baby clothes, so why the fuck would I buy new for your baby? Obviously, I like mine better than I like yours. Yeah. I'm sure he's a wonderful human being, but the thing that he came out of is just a wretch. A horrible, monstrous succubus that just wants to use everybody around her. Nah, I see exactly what your game is. Like I said, your baby can dress in a burlap sack for all I care. You can rest well knowing that it's your own inadequacies that brought him this fate. God, I really got worked up about that one, but I'm totally on board with OP. Fucking ridiculous. New baby clothes. Who's buying new baby clothes, man? People with too much money and too little sense, I guess. Anyway, we'll move into our 3rd text post. My goodness, there's so many of these. I hope that you're enjoying it. A little different from the, text exchanges, but still valid in their own way. This OP says, I got called an a-hole for giving someone free food. Had it happen before. Homeless dude's like, can I have $1? I'm like, here's a sandwich. He's like, I said $1, bitch.
Why you have to be mad?
There was a post on my local Buy Nothing Facebook group, a single mom of 4 saying that her kids had nothing to eat until their food stamps come in on the 12th. I have more than enough food, so I responded and asked about dietary restrictions or allergies. She DM'd me saying that they had none, and I told her I'd get right on it, and I would message her when the food was ready. I got to cooking. I smoked a 12-pound pork roast. Hot damn! Where is this group? I'm trying to get in on this group. I also made a big old pot, 6 quarts of rice pilaf to go along with it. I bagged up some canned goods and boxes of pasta. When the food was done, I sent her a DM with my address. She said she can't drive and asked if I could deliver it to her. That was the first red flag, but I decided to go the extra mile. Technically 17 miles. Yeah, 34 if we're counting both ways, no? I get to her house and I knock on the door with a pot of rice in my hands. She takes it from me, looks inside, and the first thing she says is, "No meat!" Not thank you, just no meat. Yeah, second red flag. Bro, snatch that shit back. Throw it in your car. We're going down to have a cookout at the park, okay? You want some, you come and grab a plate, but you are not deserving of a 12-pound pork roast. Cooked especially for you and your 4 little fatherless munchkins? I feel bad for the little bastards, I truly do. And I mean bastard in like the most literal sense. So, I told her that the meat was still in the car, since I could only carry one thing at a time. So I head back to my car, I grab the pork roast, and I bring it to her, and she invites me inside. Oh no, nuh-uh. I would have hopped in that car and drove away. You can have the rice pilaf, that's fine. This pork roast is for me. I'd find the nearest grocery store parking lot and just gobble it down like a ghoul or a goblin. OP accepts the invitation inside though and says we walk into her kitchen and she takes the foil off the roasting pan, sees the massive pork roast, and her response is, "You expect us to eat the same thing for 4 days?" We are now at 3 red flags. At this point, I decide to get back in my car and drive away. As I'm walking to my car, she's screaming at me that her kids won't eat leftovers, and it's my fault that they'll go hungry. I don't reply. I just get in my car and drive home. God, that sucks ass for you, OP, honestly. You deserve much better reward for the effort that was put forth here. You gotta wonder why none of those baby daddies hung around this clearly worthless bitch. Why don't you do something? Why don't you make life happen for yourself instead of panhandling on Facebook? Ugh! It's getting me real hot under the collar. I get home and I open Facebook to block her, only to see that she had tagged me in a new post on the Buy Nothing group, and I will post it below. OP's full name is a selfish a-hole. He said he'd help, but only brought us 1 meal. If there are actual good people out there, my kids are gonna need food for 3 days. I blocked her and left the group. See? Now everybody suffers because of your consequences, you pig! You literal pig! My kids won't eat leftovers. Bullshit! They'll eat what you set in front of them, or they'll starve. That's how this is gonna work, okay? Mommy spent all of the food stamps on sugar water, and now consequences have come home to roost. And the one person willing to stick out a hand and bail you out, you spit on it. You slap his hand away. Literally, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, this is some sort of derangement, some sort of self-sabotage or something, given, you know, just her life and the state of things in general. Ugh. You don't know what hungry is, you cow. If you have the option to turn down food, you're not as hungry as you think you are. Go ahead, talk to me after 4 days. Experience the endless gnawing that won't let you think of anything else. And then maybe you'll be ready to accept a 12-pound pork roast? God damn. I'm so hungry right now, dude. This thing is living in my head rent-free. OP, please, I beg you. I'm not like in need, but I would be willing to pay you for that. And with door-to-door delivery included? My goodness. Somebody needs to bash that woman in the teeth for real. I wouldn't let her steal the narrative either. Reply to the thing she posted. Show everybody what was on offer and how this pig turned it down. Disgusting. Whew, yeah, those text posts really did get me worked up, didn't they? It's a little more in-depth than the text exchanges, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed the episode, friends. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate all that. Check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships if you'd like to support us month to month. It's very important. We've also got a fourth wall with some merch. Oh my goodness, so many selections over there. And just in time for the holidays. What? Also, if you're doing your shopping on Amazon for the holidays, you could click my affiliate link to my microphone first and then do the shopping, and I get kicked back a few extra bucks. You don't have to pay anything more. It's like a pretty win-win type of deal. If you don't want to do it, though, that's fine. Maybe share the video around. That's free. But if you don't want to do that either, that's fine. It's all fine. I hope that you'll remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
何バカ何バカ何バカ何バカ何バカ